Hey everybody, Dan here from BeAGameCharacter.com. First order business today, How to Be a Game Character is now live. It's the ebook I've been working on for like the past year or so, and it's way more than just an ebook. It's like a whole fitness system specifically for gamers, you guys. It's got 4 different chunks in it. Choose Your Class, Care and Feeding of You, RPG Fitness, and Potions and Power-Ups. The full book itself is designed to kind of use all 4 of those pieces as a cohesive whole to help you re-engineer your life, get stronger, become a more awesome version of yourself. So go check it out on the blog if you haven't already. I am super proud of it, and I worked really, really hard on it. And it's on sale right now through Friday. It's going to be on sale, so go check it out. Second order business for today is the website redesign. So now that I've finished the book, yay! Now that I've finished the book, we're moving on to redesigning the website. Website definitely looks a little dated. I'll have to admit it was kind of a rush job when I first set it up. I was planning on going back in and engineering it a bit further, and honestly just never really got around to it. So at this point, we got so much content on there, it's really up for a full redesign now. So to that effect, I launched a survey. If you've taken the survey already, thank you very much for your responses. If you haven't taken the survey yet, I will be linking to it in the description below. So you can go and give your input on what you think should be different about the site. Also get a look at the new logo / banner that we're going to have on the site, and you'll also get a 10% off any item in the store coupon. So if you're interested in picking up How to Be a Game Character, as I think you should, go check it out, get your coupon for completing the survey, and get 10% off your purchase. And that applies in addition to the current sale price on it as well. So anyway, site redesign survey, got a ton of responses. You guys are great. First of all, thank you so much for responding to that. It really does help me kind of steer the site in the direction that you guys wanted to go, make it work better for you. Got a lot of good responses, some resounding themes through them. Now the cool thing was, a lot of what you guys suggested was already kind of in my head, which is good, because that means that I'm on the right direction for you, and it means that you guys are coming up with some awesome ideas entirely on your own, because some of this stuff is really kind of out there. And I love that you suggested it, okay? One of the things I asked was what brings people back to the site. Most of you come back every day or every other day or every update day, at least a couple of times a week. So first of all, thanks. I love that. That's cool. You get to see lots of content that way. The thing that keeps people coming back the most for apparently is me. So that was the most common response, me or my personality or my take on characters or my enthusiasm or whatever. So cool, that made me feel good. Other common traits are coming back for workouts. If you're working on a specific workout, I imagine visiting the site multiple times a week makes sense. Check it out. Other stuff was new content, nutritional posts, just the general stuff that happens, week to week on the site. Another real popular draw was the forums. A lot of people come back to hang out on the forums. Some people admitted just lurking. That's cool, but you guys should post. Other people are regulars, and they identified who they were, or I could kind of guess from how they were talking. So cool. Forums, another big draw. That's one of the things that we're going to be pushing in the redesign, is making the forums bigger and better and integrating them into the site better. As of right now, it's just basically the basic PHP BB forum setup, factory state. So we're going to change the layout for that a bit, probably get a color scheme, feature it into the site more. Ideally, someday we're going to have custom forums specifically built for the site, but I don't want to get too ambitious and try and do that right now, because that plus a redesign is a bit too much on the whole. But that's cool, so good reasons for coming back. Open suggestion time. A lot of people, first of all, color was a big deal. Everybody said lots more colors on the site. Yes, I agree completely. The site is so bland right now. It's basically you got white and then you have red buttons. That's it. No bueno. So we're going to do better on that. New background, that instead of the plain white background, I kind of rolled those all together. Don't worry. Okay, I hate the color right now too. I hate the color situation. Want a much more vibrant looking, like, you show up on the page and want it to pop, want it to look really cool. So we're going to go with that definitely. So don't worry, colors are going to change. Although we're going to still stick with the same kind of red, black, white color scheme. If you saw the logo, you can kind of get an idea of where the color scheme is going. But don't want the red and black to kind of overpower, Other things that were suggested, People wanted like more combat tutorial videos and stuff like that. That is on the way. Okay, I have to admit I kind of fell behind on the videos a bit, mostly because I was working so much on the book. So now that the book is done, I've got more time for that kind of stuff. And I really think you're gonna like the direction that we're going with it. Gonna try a slightly different approach, same stuff from before, but just more of it. So that will be coming soon. Probably, I want to say like in a month or two, we should start seeing combat tutorials dropping again. That should be what we're looking at. Maybe a little sooner, depends on how it goes. One thing that was suggested, female readers came in and weighed in. Thank you, girls, ladies, people. A lot of people wanted to see more female characters, a little more diversity. Now, I do try and address female characters. You know, I obviously can't as often as guys just because there's not that many. My main sticking point right now, my main issue is I need suggestions for female characters, okay? I would love to cover more female characters. I've got Bayonetta on tap. She's going to be coming soon. But the issue is that being a game character is all about empowerment. And unfortunately, for the majority of the game era, games are mostly tailored towards guys. That luckily is changing now. But if you're looking for empowerment, unfortunately, you can't. I mean, there's not that many, like, empowering female characters in gaming, at least not compared to guys. I mean, guys, like, are still in the show in the gaming world right now. So, really, the big thing is go pop in on the forums or email me or whatever. Just upgrade my knowledge. I want more female characters to cover. But, you know, I mean, I can only, for right now, there's fighting games, which, you know, I mean, once you do a couple characters from one game, I feel kind of weird focusing on that. There's MOBAs, like I can do female characters from League of Legends and Here's the Storm, and, you know, I can do that for days. There's tons of female characters there, but again, it's same, you know, series, same game. So I do want to do more female characters, but I'm going to need some help coming up with them. So go drop by the forum, stop in on the character suggestion thread, and start suggesting characters. Let's see, other stuff, other new features that people were suggesting. Oh, one big thing was a poll for characters. How to you know, ways for people to help decide what characters to cover next. I actually did run that for a while on the Patreon page, back when I had a Patreon account. We might set up the Patreon again at some point. But basically, if you donated any money to the Patreon campaign, you could vote in the character poll. The issue was the Patreon campaign kind of fell flat in its face. We had like maybe 3 people pledging at one time. We were a lot smaller than 2. So the main issue now is that there's just so many. Like I should show you guys the list. That's like huge. There's like, people at this point have suggested like over 150 characters to cover. And you can't put a poll that big and expect, like, you know, reasonable results. So maybe what I might do is kind of do a condensed list of characters I'd feel comfortable covering on a moment's notice without too much, you know, research on it. And maybe I'll just have a running poll on the site, and people can constantly vote for a character. The only issue is then you also have like vote brigading too, where you get like, you know, you just have one person really wants to see a character, and they'll set up like tons of dummy accounts and vote for it like crazy, and it's not really, you know, indicative of what the community as a whole wants. I don't know. We'll approach that in the future. The main thing that people wanted, that I found, was more community and more user involvement, which I can really get behind. That I am a big fan of. So whether that manifests in the form of a poll for characters, I don't know. One way to limit it might be, maybe it'll be the email list. People on the email list get a character poll sent out to them on a weekly basis, and that should help prevent vote brigading it too. So best way to influence the character decision is to join the mailing list. So other user-submitted stuff, there actually has been some user-submitted content, and I suck at featuring that stuff, mostly because of the site design. Alex, the guy who does all of the graphics for the site lately, has also done printable versions of like all of the character workouts. And then we've had people do, this guy Dan who did macros. When I did macros and he did basically a full a calculator for macros to, like, you know, help you calculate what your macronutrient requirements should be. We've done a lot of stuff like that. So one of the things that the site redesign is going to feature is going to be better navigation. That leads us into suggestion number 3. Biggest thing that people complained about was the lack of navigation capability. Now, the thing is, I've been doing this for 4 years. The site is huge. There's tons of stuff, so much content on the site, but the navigation is awful. All right, and I admit that, and that It's one of the main things I'm looking to fix with a site redesign. So ideally what's going to happen is there's going to be, first of all, a tag system worked out where you can go ahead and click on different, categories and tags, and it'll immediately take you to posts that have something to do with that. Nutrition, character workouts, a specific character. Also, user-created content like the printable workouts and stuff should be linked to the character that they're with. They'll have the same tag. So if you click, say, if you want to see Ezio, all right? So you click Ezio's name, and then boom, it'll pop up with a series of links with, all of Ezio's stuff, as well as any user-created content that has to do with Ezio, like a printable workout. Other thing is going to be associated posts. So when you're reading a post, a lot of people miss the character quick navigation links that I used to put. The issue with those is that I used to put them in manually, so it takes a lot of time to do that. I'm going to set up an automatic system. So now, if you're viewing a character, there'll be a little box somewhere that'll say other posts that have to do with this character, and it'll link you to all the other posts for that character as well as files associated with it. So even when you're just reading one article, it'll link you to the others. If you're reading a nutrition post, it'll link you to other nutrition posts, stuff like that. In general, on the whole, I just want a streamlined design for the site. A lot of people, when they first visit the site, a complaint is that they don't really understand what it's about. And it's pretty evident once you get into it a little bit, but I totally understand not getting it when you first land. So on that first landing, I want you to be able to, first of all, get to basically anywhere you want to go in like a click or two. And then also I want it to be like immediately apparent as to what the site is about. So the whole front page is going to be redesigned. It's probably not going to be just, what it is right now, which is most recent blog post, and then up in the corner you've got like, a link to whatever the most recent product I'm featuring is and stuff like that. So we're going to kind of condense everything on the front page, and you're going to have like, instead we'll have like blog post, most recent blog post link, popular community post that's going on the forum right then, or a featured product or something like that, and then maybe if the featured product goes here, here's a popular community discussion, and then maybe something else entirely, most recent video down here. So landing on the front page, you should get a lot more just like right up there in front of you right off the bat. So yeah, on the whole, that's the general direction we're going with. Better navigation, better colors, more community involvement, better community features, redesigning the forum, stuff like that. Now, if you've seen How to Be a Game Character, you've purchased the book, you know all about the RPG fitness leveling system that's in there, as well as the nutrition system. And in the future, this is not going to be with the redesign, but in the relatively near future, I'm going to start custom designing that to plug into the website. So basically, you can go to the website and you can log in, all right? And when you log in, that'll log you into the forums as well as just your general website account. And one of the things that people suggested was personal journals. To go hand in hand with that, basically you're going to get like a log for your account. And that log, you can go and log in, you can plug in all your workout stuff. It will automatically keep track of your character level and experience points gained. It will automatically update a workout log on the forum, which you can choose to make private if you want. And someday, I'm looking to actually integrate in a mobile app as well. Now, all this stuff is going to take coding time, which can take a long time, right? Redesign is first. That's going to be all mostly, just usability and graphics and stuff like that. But in the future, user logs on the site, an app to go with them so you can update them from anywhere and keep track of your food and your workout stuff from anywhere. And an integrated community part of the site where the forum is not like a whole separate page. It's just basically like a separate section of the site where you just, there still have the top bar and everything like that. But that's in the future. Right now we're just looking at colors, usability, readability, and stuff like that. So that's it. That's where the site's going. Again, if you haven't taken the survey, it's still open. Links down below. Get a coupon. Go buy the book. All right? Until next time, as always, remember to live boldly, change the world, and continue to be awesome.